And I hope you're all ready for this because I've got proof that Zack Snyder is coming back to direct Justice League 2. What's going on, my DC fans, and welcome back to another episode. Okay, guys, today's episode is going to be really juicy. I actually just got some information about 20 minutes ago that I'm going to talk about at the end of this video, but let's just jump right into it. First and foremost, I need to apologize for the Twitter event that was put on this past Sunday. I thought it was put on by Fran and Ohio Dave. The reason I thought that was because of Fran and Ohio Dave. They did like a video on Friday. They created a very cool like 2-minute tribute video to like the DCEU, the Zack Snyder DCEU, if you will. I just assumed that those two were a part of the Twitter event, and that wasn't the case. Dave was not a part of it. Now, Fran was, but it was also Alessandro was a part of it as well, so I have to shout him out. It was also True DC Fanboy, and I'm not sure, but also Mark Media might have been involved as well. I know he tweeted at me, so he might have had some involvement as well. But yes, those guys, sorry. Again, it's Fran, Alessandro, True DC Fanboy, and Mark Media. Again, thank you guys for putting on such a great and awesome event. So let's move on to the topic at hand, which is proof that Zack Snyder is going to direct Justice League 2 and 3. It's kind of funny because this has been in front of our face for a long time now. Let's go back to, okay, you know what? Well, first and foremost, why do I say this? I say this, the number one reason is reshoots. Okay? It's not just because of reshoots. Reshoots could be anything. Reshoots could be to end his movie. Because from what we know is his movie was open-ended to continue for a JL2 and a JL3. So you could think, okay, reshoots could wrap it all up. And that's also a theory that was suggested by Chris Wong Swenson that I thought as well. I mean, it could happen. You just don't know that he could wrap this whole thing up. That's why he could be doing reshoots. But here is the important part of this whole thing, is the fact that he never filmed the Harry Lennix Martian Manhunter scene. We know that Martian Manhunter is in Zack's movie, but according to Harry Lennix, and he could be lying or it could be a different actor played the character, he didn't even know that he was Martian Manhunter. So either Zack filmed a bunch of scenes with another guy, because Harry, like when he becomes Martian Manhunter, I guess he would use his same voice. So again, unless I guess Harry is lying or he's being honest, but Zack wanted to film him becoming Martian Manhunter. We know that from the storyboards that Zack drew, but it never happened. When Zack does the reshoots or gets to film more, he's going to have that scene. He's going to have General Swanwick turning into, or Martian Manhunter turning into General Swanwick. My question to you is, why would you have that in the movie? Why would you put that in there? Okay? Why would you put that scene in there if you were not going to continue with Zack's vision? Why would you add Darkseid? Why would you add Green Lantern, which another character we know is in this movie? Why would you add all these other characters if you were done with Zack Snyder? It makes no sense. That is going to have fans salivating. So you're going to give us this new Martian Manhunter we've never seen before, this new Green Lantern we've never seen before, this new Darkseid we've never seen before, and then you're just going to be like, okay, that's the end. Cool. I don't think so. Again, it was looking at us in the face this whole time when Zack put up the slate and when he showed us the Martian Manhunter scenes, going, wow, if he's going to shoot these scenes, that means he's going to come back. Zack is probably already back. I think that Zack is already back in the saddle and that he's ready to direct JL2 and JL3. I don't know where that's going to be, what format, streaming, theaters, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that is proof right there that he is coming back. They're not going to tease a Martian Manhunter for no reason. They're just not. Again, because we're going to be wanting more. We are going to be wanting more. So, some information that I literally just found out, and I'm happy that I get to talk about this with you guys, is, okay, I know this is a big debate, and I'm not saying anything here. I'm not saying that Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be on HBO Max. I'm not saying it's going to be in the movie theaters. Because honestly, I don't know. You can look at both of them. You can look at HBO Max. You can look at the putting it out in movie theaters, and they both make sense for a bunch of different reasons. So I simply don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We can all assume. But this was very interesting, is that there was a poll that was done saying with, I'm not sure if it was HBO Max or HBO, but that's kind of besides the point, is the fact that it was a poll saying out of 500 million hours of content, like, what are you the most excited for? And it was a poll, and one of the things that was in there was Sucker Punch. What got number one? What won the poll? Sucker Punch. And then you can see number two, Sopranos. So it was literally all of HBO content. And Sucker Punch becomes number one, was voted number one. That's, again, probably because of a lot of diehard Snydercut fans all jumped on that poll, and they did that. Again, showing their love and support for Zack Snyder, because this fan base, this movement is huge. Awesome. Zack takes that, puts it on Vero, and says, nice. Yes, this could just be him saying, wow, thank you guys, this is awesome, happy you voted. This means a lot to me with all this content on HBO, and you voted my movie Sucker Punch number one. True blessing. Again, Zack just doesn't do this. There is always something behind it. There is always something cryptic behind what he puts on Vero. It's never that simple. Okay, so then you have HBO. You have Sucker Punch, his movie on HBO. He is now, for the first time, posting about HBO. Again, don't be mad at me. Don't say, no, it's not coming out on HBO. I am just saying that there is a possibility this movie could come out on HBO. We just don't know. And if that's the possibility, then here's the connection right here. This is Zack saying, HBO, Sucker Punch, stirring it up a little bit. Again, cryptic. It right in front of your face, it looks very simple. Oh, that's cool, guys. Thank you. Nice. Thank you for voting. But again, he just doesn't post stuff. There's always something behind it. I think this could possibly be his way of saying, like, hey guys, HBO, this is where we're headed. This is what I'm doing. And again, don't be mad. Don't get mad at me, because his movie could still come out in the movie theaters. Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League could still come out in the movie theaters. And then it could be streamed on HBO Max. And then maybe after that, maybe he'll have a contract to do JL2 and JL3 on HBO Max. We just don't know. And by that time that he would film a JL2, everyone over the world would have HBO Max. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Again, I'm just throwing that out there. I think that's huge. I think that really says something to Zack could possibly be working with HBO in the future. And maybe that's what it could be. Maybe he could just be working with HBO to do other stuff like he's doing with Netflix. We don't know. But I thought that was very interesting. Okay, two things I want to talk about before I leave real quick. I just want to thank Mighty Pegasus himself. I don't know if you can see this. I got my Justice League poster in today. I'm very excited. I'm going to hang that up, get it framed, and put it back there on my wall. It looks so good. And I think Chris even said it himself. When you see it in person, it just really pops. It looks amazing. Such an amazing job. Let me just say that what's so awesome about this artwork, and people need to start realizing it, is looking at this, especially for Victor, Mighty Pegasus himself. This is the poster for the movie. When this movie gets released, when this movie possibly goes to the movie theaters or HBO or a streaming service, wherever, when you go to buy that DVD, this is going to be the cover. So props to Victor. That is awesome. That's an awesome achievement. I don't know where your art's going to take you in life, but you can hold that near and dear to your heart. Like, look at this. I did this. One of the biggest movies of all time, it's going to be. And your artwork is all over it. He picked your artwork. So I think that's very cool, very awesome. And we have this without the Zack Snyder's Justice League logo or anything on there. We have it before. It's just awesome. Awesome print. I'm so happy to have it. And you did a wonderful job. Last thing, before I go, very excited to announce this. There's always Twitter events going on. And you know what? I said, I want to do my own. I want to throw my hat in the ring. And here is going to be my Twitter event. I want to put it out there now so we can get talking about it and I can come up with something. But the general idea behind it is May 20th, HBO Max, the debut of HBO Max. This is when I want the Twitter event to go down. I'll have different times. But the big thing with it is we're going to use the hashtag #BringZackBack. Because again, we don't just want the Snyder Cut. We want Zack to come back and we want him to direct more Justice League movies to finish his arc. And that is the whole idea behind it. We're going to use that hashtag, and we'll think of some other hashtags to use, or again, what time to do it. I'm not sure, but I just want to throw it out there. I'm going to put it on Twitter as well that I am planning this event, and spread the word, please spread it to everyone, because I want this to take off, especially on HBO Max debut. I want it to take off. I want them to hear us. I want WB, AT&T to hear us and to see that we're not just happy with the Snyder Cut. We want more. We want Zack to finish his vision. He deserves to finish his vision. And with that said, that's the video. And thanks for watching. And please subscribe, because it helps me, and in return, I can help you. And as always, every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, new content's coming to you from Subjective Reviews. And thank you for watching.